there any volume problems? Because I don't know. Might be too loud, might be too quiet. How you guys doing? It's PSX 2017. Kind of bummed I can't be there, but it might be for the better this year. Who knows? So, real quick, before it starts, just FYI, Sony has kind of downplayed PSX a little bit this year, vocally even, where they've said, "Hey, we're not gonna have quite as big a show as previous years." So, you know, set your expectations appropriately. We've had some pretty insane PSXs in the past, and this one seems like it's not going to be quite as insane. Still going to be cool stuff, no doubt. But yeah. I would like to see some Ghost of Tsushima gameplay. DMC5? Yeah, of course I want to see DMC5, for show. And we're in. Again, scream if we got volume problems. Oh, nice venue though. You know, when they said they would have a smaller show, I kind of expected the venue to be like a small stage, but that's still pretty fucking big. Oh, I kind of feel jealous that I'm not there. I was there for the past 2 years. It's really fun to watch these things in person. The level of energy in the room at these things is ridiculous. Like, seriously, it's really hard to describe. It's just electric. Into the Ubisoft logo. Old Ubisoft logo. The new Ubisoft logo don't look like that. Oh, it's the Concrete Genie monster? I believe so. And there's the Ghost of Tsushima dude. Let me just turn up my heater real quick. My feet are cold.
We gotta play this just right.
Oh, soon my feet will be toasty. How long is the keynote usually going for? I expect this will be 1 to 1.5 hours. I expect. I don't think we've got a time. Maybe we do. I don't know. I expect 1 to 1.5 hours anyway. Of all the conferences, this is the one you don't think... Oh, sorry, that wasn't directed at me. I'm reading chat comments to other people. You guys have a private conversation, don't worry. I'm not paying attention. I hope they announce NAC 3, that'd be dope. Yes, everyone take out your dicks and they'll announce NAC 3. That's exactly what I'm saying. We got some NAC 2 footage in there. It'd be great if they announced like NAC 0 or something. That I'd be super down for. Yeah, play the crowd favorite. Yeah, VR's still good. Oh, I'm really excited for Blood and Truth. That game looks good. I think we might see any God Eater 3 tonight. No, I'm leaning towards no God Eater 3. We've barely seen any of it in Japan, and usually for games like that, we tend to get a little bit further out into the Japanese release cycle before we really start seeing it in the West. God, could you imagine they announced a VR Vita where you could play Vita in VR, but not in real life anymore? We've disabled all Vitas remotely. You can now only play them in VR. That'd be some good shit. I actually really want to see Ghost of Tsushima. You know, like, not that I'm not excited for Spider-Man and God of War and shit, but like, Ghost is the one we really just haven't seen gameplay of yet, so. Note that all the first-party games they've shown here, I don't think they've shown Death Stranding. I really don't think we're gonna see any Death Stranding stuff tonight, especially after last night's blowout with the new 8-minute trailer and everything. Yeah! My girl, she's there. When's new Metal Gear Acid? God, we can all pray. Oh, I did not see Ryu's Street Fighter V Jodan Sokutogari animation. Is it not good? Fuck, that's a bummer. That's one of his coolest moves, his donkey kick. So again, the format's going to be a little different this year as well. As you can see, there are couches. There's going to be some sitting, there's going to be some talking, so. Niaz questions my defining the Death Stranding trailer as a blowout, which is fair. I liked it.
I'm so glad you could join us here, PlayStation Experience. Thank you so much for coming. Sean.
Is this a furniture convention?
IKEA Con, let's go.
I think we're going to play a game. We're going to kind of move our way back and forth across the different segments here.
Right, and hopefully ending up with those nice postmodern gray office chairs. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Do you think that a FromSoft project could be announced here? I think a FromSoft maybe, but not the one yesterday, I don't think.
Give yourselves a round of applause for joining us here in Anaheim.
This is the fourth one.
I was there last year.
And I can't
in Anaheim, same location. Anaheim sucks.
So thank you so much.
Seriously, that corner sucked. The highlight was Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. I mean, other than PSX, the highlight was Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
It's been a crazy year, 2017. I think we saw a lot of great game releases. Any Uncharted fans out there?
No. Nah.
So Lost Legacy was awesome.
It was.
We're certainly proud and pleased with what our friends in Amsterdam pulled together with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Just naming names to get applause. Knack?
Just kind of slip the Frozen Wilds out there.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
Say the word, say Knack. Any Knack fans out there? Cricket.
Start. Resident Evil 7, one of my absolute favorites this year. Yes. If you haven't played that in PlayStation VR, you haven't played it. Persona 5, Nier Automata.
Right.
He's just saying names for applause. Nothing's happening.
Incredible games. One of the strongest game lineups I've seen in years.
My personal favorite, one of them anyway, is Everybody's Golf.
That's a terrific game.
Can we get some love for my golf game, please?
Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity Rush 2, yeah. Yeah.
We could sit here all night, literally listing all the incredible games that came out this year.
Right.
But we've got a little bit more.
We've got other things to do.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
You know, I mean, I think it's such a special year, and I mean, then we had Paris Games Week. I mean, you know,
went really well. We saw the reveal of Sucker Punch's new opus, Ghost.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, that's going to be great. We saw some of that in the trailer right now, but there was a lot that happened in 2017.
Sean Layden, like, intentionally concealing his shirt there.
Some of our
what do you think's on it? Is it
but
Dizzy the Egg?
2018 is going to be another tremendous year for PlayStation, both in PS4 and PSVR.
And we're going to talk
is it a bald man? Oh, is it Kratos?
We're also going to bring you closer to some of the world's top developers right here.
It could be
a
bald
something
man.
That makes PlayStation Experience unique and special. You folks can be right here with us, all of our friends right here.
Thus all the furniture.
And all this furniture right here.
We're going to try to build a super group up here.
You can tell
Is it just mirrored? Does the furniture seem real close to the ground? Yeah, very short furniture. That table is unusable.
Our group chairman, Andy House, is in the house.
That's right.
He'll be joining us later with
Andrew House confirmed did not die at the Game Awards yesterday, despite
you guys fans of God of War?
the way they presented him. It almost looked like he had died, and it was a eulogy.
Corey Barlog from Santa Monica Studio, he's going to come in and give us a development update here tonight.
Right. The taxi's outside with the meter running, but Corey's going to run in here, deliver a report, and then get right back to the studio and get that work done. And we're having Media Molecule.
Yeah, Media Molecule. Did you guys check out the Game Awards last night? You see that new trailer?
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, they're doing great stuff.
We're also going to take another look at Concrete Genie here a little bit later tonight. One we're all very, very excited about. Another one we announced at Paris this year. So we're going to have some updates on 2018 games. We're going to take a peek or two at the PlayStation Experience show floor, which I know a lot of you are going to be excited to check out over the weekend. And there might be a surprise or two in store, Sean. What do you think?
I think there's more than a surprise or two, indeed.
Right.
And we have some shots of that. We're going to go to that now, or?
Yeah, we're gonna. So we got a big weekend here, and actually, one of the things I'm personally super excited for are the panels we've got going on.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's a great lineup.
Really killer panel lineup. I think the best we've ever had. I mean, look at this stuff here. We've got Naughty Dog doing not one but two panels. The cast of The Last of Us 2 will be right here, right on this stage. Actually, you'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see all the Uncharted voice actors for the big 10-year anniversary. Sucker Punch stopping by, Media Molecule stopping by. Super excited that Justin Roiland and William Pugh are going to be stopping by. I'm a huge Rick and Morty fan. I can't wait to see what these guys are up to with Accounting Plus. So it's just a lot of great stuff.
Yes.
Then can we talk about that show floor?
Yes, the show floor. We were taking a look at that earlier today. It's
Oh,
like-
Crows is the developer of accounting.
Photos,
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
not
too,
the
if
name
you
of the
could,
game.
Oh, can we put this up
So,
on the screen?
FYI.
Days Gone. I mean, that's an experience right there.
Well,
Get
that's
your phone ready.
yeah, that's the entryway. So you're gonna have to find a way to get.
Oh wow, they
through
have
that.
that in the
That's
on the
like-
show floor.
We'll find out
We're gonna
tomorrow.
find out. Yeah.
Good thing I didn't
Another
go this year,
One
I'd
of
be
them
too
is a real
spooked.
human. You have to find out which one that is.
Another one I'm really excited about. It's incredible. Shadow of the Colossus. Wait till you see this.
Oh, neat.
Tell them what they get to do, Sean.
So what you get to do, this is one of the key colossi from the game. You will be able to climb up the back of it and put that sword right into the center of his head. It's the thing you've wanted to do when playing the game. You'll be able to do it now tomorrow at the show.
Larrikin
Incredible.
said
I mean, that's
this
just
is so
amazing.
nothing
So
right
much
now.
more. It's the biggest show we've done yet.
Again,
So
this
I
is
hope
a
you all
really
check it out tomorrow and let us know what you
they
think.
did warn
Got
us that this was
PlayStation
not going to
VR
be
here. I know not
this was not going to be
everyone
blowout
gets a
after
chance to
blowout.
watch
This was
this.
going to be
This
more
is
of an
the
interview
impatient.
format.
The
So
impatient is here.
The
just
impatient
FYI.
is supermassive.
Oh, that was nice of Oz to sit in the wheelchair like that.
Yeah.
But you will be taken into this experience via wheelchair, and you will have an asylum experience.
Wow, they actually
just
walk
like
you
it is
in?
the
Oh.
They
game.
wheel you in,
Totally
they close
creepy.
the curtain, and you
Trust me.
play the
That'll
demo.
slow
It's
the lines
incredible.
down real
Not
hard.
for the faint of heart.
Not at all. So around 80 playable PlayStation VR experiences here over the weekend. And so lots to see and do on the PlayStation VR front. But actually, Sean, speaking of PlayStation VR,
Right.
I believe you do have a new PlayStation VR game to reveal here tonight.
Do it.
Yes, we do. And I think it's really important, though, to talk about the VR stuff. Get out there over the next couple of days and experience it, because you can read about it on the web, you can hear Sid and I talk about it all the time, but until you put
I
it
know,
inside,
God, I
have
forget
a
his
human
name,
experience.
but
I think
the
you really know what it's like. So
director
the
of
next
Gravity
couple of
Rush
days,
2
get
said he
in
was
there,
really
because
interested
they have a
in,
new game
well, the
we're
director of
announcing
Gravity
tonight,
Rush was really interested in working on a VR title.
called Firewall. Firewall 0 Hour, I think, is the full title.
This does not sound like a
let's take
game
look
by
at it.
him.
Yeah, here we go. This is the first
Curious as to
gameplay
what
we're
this
seeing of
is.
Firewall. Now, this is actually from the folks at First Contact Entertainment. They're serious shooter developers. This is a team-based 4v4 tactical first-person shooter. So attacking
Wow, so
and
it's like
defense
a-
on the two teams.
almost like
and there's a
SOCOM
huge
style
amount
thing.
of emphasis being placed on sort of the tense.
This like doesn't look like anything special as far as like games go, but people in VR, people have been thirsting for like quality competitive multiplayer shooters, because there just aren't really many right now at all.
Or something like that. So this is
So-
looking mighty promising, I gotta say.
Oh, it's incredible. It's so tense to be in that four on four, trapped in the room, throwing flashbangs and trying to clear rooms out of enemies.
Yeah, this is one we've been wanting to tell folks about for a while,
Yeah.
and I know people who have tried it have really come out raving. So
And it's on the floor.
that's right. It's on the floor here. You'll be able to play it this weekend, 4-on-4, Firewall. And it will be exclusive to PlayStation VR. So excited to see that. So, Sean, what else do we have on the VR front? Anything else?
We have a gift. And a year ago, we launched one of my most favorite games, The Last Guardian. Any Last Guardian fans? It was such a seminal
Just
moment
zoom
in
in
my
on those
career, 'cause I've
guys
been working on that
sitting
game
still.
my entire career. and so we were able to ship it last year around this time. And in the meantime, Ueda-san and the group have come together, and they've made a VR experience based in the world of Last Guardian.
Oh,
You'll
neat.
be able to go in there and experience that with Trico, calling the beast and moving across a level. It's probably, 15, 20 minutes of gameplay. But we'll be putting that up on the PlayStation Store.
December 12th here in the U.S. and Europe.
Cool.
And that's
If
our
it's free,
Christmas
I'll
present
play
to
it.
everybody, so please go get it.
Next
Download
week
that.
it's free.
Yeah.
It is actually a standalone experience.
Yes.
Don't need to actually own The Last Guardian either. So if you've got PlayStation VR, you can get The Last Guardian
here's
VR
some of it
demo.
right now,
Here we
yeah.
go. Seeing a little footage here.
Yeah, Flame of Udon asks, is this going to be the whole thing? It's liable that this is going to be the tone of the whole thing. Yeah. So if you're not feeling it right now, this is pretty much what you're going to get for the next
Yeah.
while.
There he is.
There, and you'll be able to call her.
Our fine feathered friend.
Yeah. It is. It's something else. It really is.
Like, again, they said it was going to be more of this kind of
Please
like
make some
interview
time
talk
during the
format.
days and get in and try
So.
this. And then
Yeah.
on December 12th, go home, download it, and
play it.
enjoy for Christmas.
Nice stocking stuffer there. So that's The Last Guardian VR demo. Coming out next week.
Right. But wait, there's more.
There is more. There is more.
you know, we like to go back from time to time and look at some of our classic catalog games that we have, because we believe that, you know, a great game is always a great game. And sometimes you have to refresh and bring them back on new platforms, because sadly you can't go out and buy a PS1 and play it. So what we have here is we've taken a game we delivered last year. We brought Wipeout back, and now we're going to bring out Wipeout VR.
Yeah, let's check out
Oh,
the trailer.
shit. That I'm fucking in for. Is that a patch for the Wipeout, like, collection on PS4? Or not collection, but the remaster? Because that I'm fucking down for. Yeah, all tracks and mode from Omega Collection. Nice. Get ready to vomit? No, you're in a cockpit. Cockpits, I swear to God, cockpits do wonders for motion sickness. It's really amazing, actually. So is this a separate purchase, or is this part of Omega Collection? I see it says Wipeout Omega Collection VR.
Now this will be an update that you'll be able to download.
Ooh, an
to your
update,
copy
okay,
of
cool.
Wipeout, and this will add the VR capabilities to the game.
Yeah, between Wipeout VR and Zoe 2 VR, we're already off to a good start next year.
Supply your own air sickness bags. We can't give you any hope with that.
Yeah, and
That's
the
cool,
VR
though.
update
I'm
is
super down
coming
for that
early
one.
2018, Sean.
Yep. Yep.
Oh God, I can't go a video without sneezing.
I think a strong start so far to 2018, and I gotta say, I'm actually really getting fired up about 2018, because I mean, we've got Far Cry 5 coming early on in the year. Really excited for that
Yeah,
one.
that looks great.
Shadow of the Colossus, which
Yep. And that's
I mean,
all going to be playable on the show
all
floor.
playable on the show floor, and Shadow of the Colossus is being.
That's
played on
awesome that they're doing that
PlayStation Pro,
Wipeout
and wait till you see that.
VR
It is
stuff as a patch.
Stunning.
Not as a second purchase. That's real cool.
But before we get into all the 2018 stuff, because we got some more to talk about there.
Diamond Dynamo says, I've never played a
Wipeout.
Wipeout. Is the Vita 1 any good? I got it when I bought it on eBay. Yes, the Vita 1 2048 is actually really good. Super recommend it. I mean, you've already got it, but super worth playing. I think the big issue was it only ran at like 30 FPS, but it still played really well. And it's gorgeous too.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Herman Hulst.
I'm wearing a tall neck tonight. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Herman.
Where is it? Wow, we have a lot of family.
Yeah, we do. Big family. Yeah.
We love
How are you guys?
Herman, you're looking rested.
You know, taking my time.
Yeah?
I'm here on vacation for 40 hours.
Well, I mean, from my perspective, 2017 has kind of been the year of Horizon Zero Dawn. I mean, it's clearly a humongous hit. I mean, people have fallen in love with this. It's a tremendously great-looking game on PlayStation 4 Pro or on standard PlayStation 4. Nominations out the wazoo, and you guys just shipped the Frozen Wilds, too. I mean, that's one hell of a year.
It's been a fantastic year. I mean,
I hope we don't spend too much time on stuff that's already out. I appreciate that this is going to be more of a panel kind of thing, but you know.
And we
Yeah.
hear about
Oh, it's true. I've got no subject title on my video. I swear I do this every time.
Yeah, and then you got the Frozen Wilds, which you just put out too. I mean, that's a whole bunch of new content. It's unusual to see an expansion, I think, of that size come out the same year as a title as big as Horizon Zero Dawn.
And you know what? We actually just started working on it the week after we shipped.
I do think it is really impressive that they got Frozen Wilds out in the same year, as you just pointed out. That's still pretty nuts.
8-9 months. It's been a busy year.
Impressive. So,
Do you think they will talk about the Vita at all at this conference? No. I think if we're lucky, Gio will walk out and he'll announce some ports of some stuff for PS4 that include Vita as well.
That's such amazing responses. We got actually this is a mail that Sean forwarded on to me from a president of one of the
Bublet says, this is weird considering they're usually the rapid fire kind of company. I think ultimately doing, because this year alone, in the last 12 months, I guess I should say. They had last year's PSX, followed by E3, followed by Paris Games Week, followed by Tokyo Game Show, and then they like had Death Stranding at yesterday's thing, but that doesn't really count. Like they did 4 shows in the past 12 months, so it doesn't surprise me that occasionally they'd be like, okay, hang on, we actually ain't got that. We actually ain't got more stuff. Like we're actually out right now. Give us a minute.
Strong female protagonist that's been, loved by the entire PlayStation community. We've just created a whole new icon for our industry.
Beautiful game. One of my
I do still wish they
favorites
could
this
have
year. Now, okay, from
done
my
a show
selfish
more in line with
perspective,
their previous
one of
stuff,
the
though,
reasons
for
I'm
sure.
so pleased to see
100%.
Horizon be such a huge hit is because, well, it's a single-player game. And I love single-player games. I mean, I think it's fair to say it seems like people still want them. What do you think?
There was an EA quote,
Answer that question.
and the EA dude, he said linear games aren't what people want nowadays. He didn't say single player games. He said linear games. And statistically, if you look at sales of linear titles versus non-linear or multiplayer titles, that is absolutely correct. And for some reason, that got translated to people don't want single player games, which I find bizarre. I like linear games, totally, definitely. But
a single player game can be the best option.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Herman, you're going to stay with us here tonight, and we're going to have some other folks dropping in. Thank you so much, Herman. Horizon is not the only narrative-based single-player game PlayStation's focused on right now. Anyone interested in a small, handcrafted artisan franchise by the name of God of War?
I am.
Okay. Well, in that case, how about
I wonder if David
Corey
Cage will come on.
Barlog? He's a creative director at
That'd be
Santa
sick
Monica
if he came
Studio.
on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Corey Barlog.
This is the, by the way, this stage layout that they have with these screens and the doors that go up and down. I think they've used these same screens for the last 3 years. I mean, they're still really good looking, so if it ain't broke, right? But
Oh boy. Corey Barlog, great to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Here.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to cut to the chase on this one. Can we get a little bit of a status check on God of War? How's that one coming along?
Jesus, Sid, no kind of run-up?
No.
do you think we may actually get some release dates for 2018 games like Spider-Man and God of War?
Really good.
Maybe. I wouldn't be
we are
shocked
in
if we saw a release
final
date for this kind of
phases
stuff.
Right now, doing a lot of play
Like I
testing.
think we might hear
He's
the
very
release date for God of War.
I'm very
Stay
excited. But it is, it's a big game.
Corey's just thinking to himself, "Oh, it's too big. Game's
I
too
can't
big."
hear you. Louder? Freebird? Is that what?
Freebird.
You feeling confident, Corey?
Oh, absolutely. I'm feeling very good about things. I would love to be able to tell people when we're going to release it, but my dog ate the release date, so I don't have that right now. But I can tell you a little bit more about it. Right now, we are in the playtesting phases. In fact, this week we just finished up a playtest. And over the last 4 or 5 playtests, we've been clocking in, I think the total gameplay time is somewhere in the arena of 25 to 35 hours.
Whoa.
So
Huge game.
That's big. I mean,
impressive.
I got
it's not as big as his game, but I'm, getting there.
It's close.
Yeah.
It's getting there. I mean, I got to say, I was assuming it was in the maybe 10, 15, 20 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was telling people.
Yeah.
And then we sort of accidentally.
That would
made
be
it
the
a lot.
longest God of War, right? I think.
Oops.
Haven't actually finished them
it's
all,
twice as big as we
but-
expected. That's funny. So, Sean, you know, a question I've been wondering about. Corey obviously has a very unique vision here for God of War. It is quite a shift from what we've seen from the last six games, I think it is, in the series.
Right.
So what was it about Corey's pitch?
Yeah, Caldrion, usually PSX is more like E3 or TGS or whichever.
He said he's shipping
This year is the anomaly, where it's more of a panel format.
Corey has so much expertise.
Because they said they had less to announce this year.
Special
At a certain point, I'm going to stop saying this for new people coming in.
reading all the Norse mythology books they have in the back room.
There's some stuff that I'm genuinely interested to hear about in this kind of format. Like when Dreams is up, I actually do want to hear shit about Dreams, for example.
But the type of story we're telling, a more narrative-driven and not so.
Yeah, most God of Wars are 8 to 10 hours. Okay, yeah,
kind of game.
sounds about right.
Exactly the place where we need to take something like the God of War franchise. It keeps it true to its roots, yet makes it new all over again for a new audience. And that's what Corey sold me on. It took him about 90 minutes to tell you. I just told you in 4 minutes. But
Yeah, is Herman wearing a Death Stranding shirt? I agree with Mr. Fluffy Puff. Like, I can't tell what he's wearing. But I kind of think it's Death Stranding, but I don't... Oh, no, it's the giraffe thing from Horizon. That's what it is. Okay, because I saw the strands leading into that thing. I was like, what is that? It's the giraffe thing.
Right now.
Whatever that's called, the long neck?
So Corey, the game
I don't
is
know.
at least bigger than I expected. I can say that based on what you've
too.
been telling me. It's large. It's large. So, but in a big world like that, how do you sort of keep a narrative focus? Like, how do you
Tall
stay on
neck, yes,
track
thank
with the
you.
player?
That is the name.
Oh, very, very, very.
Never
carefully.
finished Horizon. I'd really like to go back to it.
Honestly, has really helped us a lot to figure out how we keep the player focused. And one of the original things I was talking to people about was treating the game like a tour bus, so that you're in this massive world, and we're sort of rewarding the player for being curious, and you can kind of pull the string to get off the tour bus, which the tour bus is the narrative in this story. And you can kind of go look
It's a
around,
funny metaphor.
check out the world, but the bus is always a few steps away, no matter what you do. So it's kind of a fun exploration in the world.
The tour bus.
The tour bus.
I think we
right?
use the analogy of a theme park just around the corner here, Disneyland, for making Horizon Zero Dawn. We're a tour bus.
And that really was like a theme park.
It's a theme park.
It's amazing.
So, Corey, since we got you here, I wanted to run through the latest gameplay footage, actually, that we saw at Paris from God of War. But because we got you here, you can add some context and some information that we maybe didn't have back then.
Oh, good.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and roll that.
So
Go ahead and roll that.
I'm going to say something right away. I was talking about playtesting. We were still building the system for the kids' ability to talk in-game, the banter system we call it. So Atreus in the game wasn't fully talking a lot, so when we made this video, I was dropping the audio in without us having playtested it. So I treat this video a little bit like it was a giant playtest with the world. So we sort of discovered, as we sent it out, in a playtest that was happening almost the same time this was coming out, that we were like, oh man, he talks too much. We need to chill that out a little bit. So it was kind of a fantastic realization. This right here was meant to give you a little bit of a glimpse into sort of the moment-to-moment combat. Previous ones we had focused a little bit on the story and the tone and the world, and this is kind of giving you that sense that we haven't really lost that pick-up-and-play aspect of God of War. In all the encounters, we're really going to allow the player to really open up and use their own creativity.
Despite Kojima's friendship with Jeff, why do you think Sony didn't try and save the trailer for PSX of Death Stranding?
Very fun. And this is really just a area you find in the game when you're around exploring.
I think there's maybe a couple reasons. Like, evidently Kojima's friends with Jeff, right? They've had a... in a previous year, they showed a Death Stranding trailer at the Game Awards right before PSX as well. It's not the first time that's happened. I also think it's probable that more people watch the Game Awards than the PSX conferences. Probably.
Because it was Halloween, right? You just got to share people.
Anything you can share about
probably a few reasons for it.
That's the Revenant, one of the characters that we've introduced in the Lost Pages. And those are characters that are practitioners of Sather magic, and they've been doing it for so long they've kind of lost their humanity and their sort of human form, if you will.
No, Death Stranding was originally revealed at E3 2016.
And it's a honeycomb.
So we have tour buses.
Yeah,
right.
E3 2016.
I'm so good at this.
Corey, it's been 6 games. This will actually be the 7th game, I believe, in the God of War series.
I think it's actually, if you include the mobile.
I was
like
wondering if,
right?
so
God of War Betrayal, man. It's all about that.
That's right. So how do you keep up with fan expectations? I mean, there's a big history with this title.
There really is. very tirelessly. We are constantly getting feedback from our playtesters, paying attention to what people are seeing when we are showing stuff.
Corey's just got nothing
This is a
interesting to
labor of
say.
love for everybody at Santa Monica. So a lot of people have worked on this franchise from the beginning. We care a tremendous amount about this game. So we hope that you all do as well.
Herman, I mean, you guys shipped this year. Do you have any advice?
Keep going back to these.
I know. I'm trying to help you.
Right.
I'm trying to help you.
All right,
Herman, you
sweet.
guys shipped, so you've been where he
What was your
where Corey is
interpretation
right
of the
now.
Death
Do you have any
Stranding
words of
trailer?
wisdom? Any advice?
Yo,
Lots of coffee.
the
No, so the-
Earth got blown up
There's
real
now
bad.
in a place where your
That's all you get right now.
productivity, every hour counts. I really don't know what he's doing here right now. He should be back in the studio. But it's also the most interesting phase in the project where everything kind of falls into place. And I know because we're pretty close, Guerrilla Games and Santa Monica Studio, we actually visit each other. We do an exchange program. We have a lot of people that have been on site of this team. And I know that these guys are in a situation now where everything is falling into place. So it's going to be magical. I can't wait to visit soon.
Yes. I want to visit you guys too. I never have gotten a chance. Everybody else goes out there.
Invitation is open.
Right.
You're
All right.
busy.
Finish the game.
Totally going out there. We should crowdfund that.
Did we say that Corey needs to go finish the
think
game?
you
Did we
speak
say
for-
I
that?
like their
Speak for a lot
boss
of
just
people
talking
right
down the
now.
couch,
Yeah.
finish
We'll
the
just play
game.
the game. I'll go out there.
It's a fair gag.
Corey, I don't know if you got a chance to check out the God of War booth that's actually being built right this minute here at PlayStation.
I have
Experience.
not seen it live in person. I've seen photos and then heard about it over the phone.
Yeah, I agree with some of the things people are
Wow.
saying in chat. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like
So you'll be
fine
able
with
to,
doing
fun
this
break
format
photo ops,
for
you'll
like
be
a
able to
year.
kind
You know,
of
taking a
wear
year off,
creative
saying, hey, we're just gonna have a
space,
smaller
be able
year
to
this year.
don
Like,
the
that's
armor,
fine.
take photos.
But
there's
like,
a special reward for those.
a lot of the
brave
stuff
enough
they're
to
saying is
appreciate
just
it.
not.
Yeah.
Any takers out
Anything.
there? Who's daring enough?
They're just
Okay.
talking about work,
Okay.
you know,
Well,
Okay, we're gonna do it now.
and not in like an interesting way. Like they said, the game would be like 25, 30 hours long. That's like I think the
Thank you
one
so
like
much.
Thank
we're
you,
gonna
thank
have
you.
some other guests
actionable
dropping by
piece
here.
of info
On
in there.
that note, it sounds like some folks here watched the Game Awards last night, right?
Yeah, show us Death Stranding.
We got
Or
an
From
awesome
Software?
new look at Dreams, and I
No.
thought it
Okay,
might
we're
be
gonna go to
fun
Dreams. Okay,
to learn
cool.
a little bit more about it. What do you think?
I'm actually super down for Dreams because
All right. Well, please welcome Siobhan Reddy from Media Molecule.
Dreams looks pretty sick. Am I glad I didn't go again? No, no. The show would still be fun for sure. It's just fun to be there, like, because PSX isn't. It's not just like you don't just come in and watch this and leave and go home. Like the show floor was always really great. The show floor seems to be bigger this year actually too.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Siobhan Reddy.
Hello. Hi. Ready? Really thought I was. Hello. Oh, hugs.
I made you shake it. That's
Hello. Good to see you. Hello.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
This is the more relaxing seat.
This is so
It
relaxing.
is, it's lovely. It's
I
very
feel
nice.
separate.
Well, you could just
I
go.
feel apart.
This is the stress seat. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll take it on. All right.
Siobhan, I got to ask, I mean, what's Media Molecule been up to lately?
Well, we have just been so busy, heads down, getting Dreams ready for everybody. So we're so excited to be here at PSX and sharing the project. You know, for us, like we're a studio that loves to, you know, bring new experiences and innovative new experiences to everybody, and can't wait to see what you're going to do with it.
How would you describe Dreams? I mean, it seems like a game that's kind of hard to describe, if I'm frank.
Well, I mean, so we did make Little Big Planet, and for us, Dreams is our next step into the Play, Create, Share domain. And I mean, in the trailer that we released last night, like the really important thing about that announced our story mode and sort of showed what the story is that we're making. But also the really important thing about that is that everything was made in Dreams.
God, Dreams
So,
seems like
you know,
such an
create
impressive
this story
tool.
Is that you can create absolutely anything. You can create games, you can create movies, like all of
Like
the
you made this in
characters are
Dreams? That's
based
fucking
on-
impressive, man.
Everything was made in Dreams. And so for us, that's what's, you know, what's a really big differentiator. And then you can share it.
Their
with the
asset
world. So
creation
really it is
stuff
like
like
that
seems
next
so
step.
powerful using the move controllers and shit when they were streaming that a while ago.
More about what we're seeing here in
Like
the
look
story
at this.
mode. I
You
mean,
can
I
get
think
this
there were
going
sort of
and
like
create all this
different
shit. Like
dreams or universes.
what a
That's
ridiculously
right.
powerful
So
tool,
we
seriously.
have little debug. So
actually
basically our
really
story
impresses
mode
me a lot.
is, 3 interwoven stories. and it's called Art's Dream. And here you're seeing Debug. This is the sort of more sci-fi theme. And we decided that
Yeah, we can
of
make
just
Knack
like
3
going
together,
with
it's
one
true.
type of gameplay,
Yeah, assets made in Dream can be
we
exported
just
as an
create
FBX
sci-fi,
or straight to Unity as well,
and
which is
we
really
also
cool.
have the sort of film noir setting, which is point-and-click adventure, and there is the childhood fantasy, which is kind of classic MM with a bit of horror stuck in.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing this
Here
right
is
now.
the
Yep.
noir. Yeah.
Looks lovely. I mean, it's so interesting to me. You could build something like
Like,
that.
fuck.
Oh,
They
well,
look so different.
Look at this
yeah.
shit.
Well, that's, I mean, that's sort of the
It's
point.
so
is to sort of
impressive.
show people the
Like,
different
goddamn.
tools. And, you know, this theme here, the mystery theme, is just...
Look at the fidelity of this world they made in their game.
And for us, like, it was really important sort of to bring in these, you know, painterly looks and sort of the chiseled characters. Here we have a map, and so this is sort of how the dream is laid out. And so you'll see that as you play through it, we're beginning here now into Art's Dream. So yeah, Art here is the main character.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of this
and
footage
this
before.
Is, again, in the noir setting. But yeah, for us, it was the idea of like taking these 3 different settings and sort of binding them together into an interwoven narrative for people to
And
experience.
not to belabor the point, but you've made all of this in the Dreams engine.
That's right. All of it is running real time in Dreams.
Right.
All made in Dreams, running real
And
time.
the tools are there that someone could recreate that
That's right. Yep. Yep.
on their own.
Yep. They're all there.
Wow.
I mean, one
Yeah. I
question.
mean, that's the exciting thing.
Yeah, I've just always been.
Yeah, I really hope a
wondering
lot of
this
great
title. I mean,
creators,
how
like,
far
pick
sort of
this
does the
up.
rabbit hole go
I'd be
with
really
these
interested to see what
genres?
people
I
can
mean-
make, man.
I mean, can you
Because
make,
people
like,
made great stuff in
recreations
Little Big
of
Planet, but you're still stuck in the limitations of Little
I mean,
Big Planet.
And I mean,
This
I think
is
what we learned from LBC
this is
give
so,
people the tools, and that, yeah, but we
so much
it's all the
more
most extraordinary things.
broad, I
And
suppose, in terms of what
Dreams
you
is
can
just-
do.
It's just so much deeper than LBP. So I mean, for us, like we you know, we're so excited because there's absolutely the sky is the limit. And I think that we'll actually start to see almost like a bit of genre bending, you know, different genres coming together, and that's going to be super exciting.
No, it strikes me, Corey. I mean, you know, would there be any benefit to God of War maybe borrowing some of this Dreams technology, and would that help you get across the finish line a little quicker?
I would have had a release date today had I had.
Also, they mentioned, Media
Speaking
Molecule
of that,
mentioned, I think
actually,
last
Siobhan,
month, they said
do we have a target release time?
it's not going to ship
So
with
we're
it.
releasing 2018.
2018?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so
They said it's
we're
not going to
ready,
ship with
getting
it, but they
ready.
want to get
I
PSVR
would
support
imagine you'd need some kind
out,
of beta or
playable
something
next year,
to really launch a game
which
like
would be really
That's
exciting.
right, yeah. So we're going to do a beta prior to launch, but yeah, we're not announcing the exact dates just yet. But yeah, that will definitely happen, and we know that our community are desperate to get it onto the beta, so we'll be definitely doing that.
And so are your sister studios within the world. It's
I know. Well, you know,
Anxious
come on
to
over.
get-
Come on over.
Will do.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
we
guys
get a copy early, right?
Yeah. Well, we'd love to do the Jam, Worldwide Studios Jam. Like,
There
how
you
cool
go.
would that be?
I like
Yeah.
that.
Awesome.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
I mean, we're going to
We're
do it.
jamming.
Like, I just think it would be the best.
I'll cover the pizza for that.
All right, thanks, Siobhan. You know, we've been doing a lot of talking here tonight. I kind of feel like playing a game, you know? I mean, what do you guys think? Do you want to play
Yeah,
a
play
game?
Death Stranding.
Play a game with us? Okay.
Play Death Stranding, please.
Any of you guys have any ideas about a fun game to play with friends?
Yahtzee.
Yachts?
Yahtzee.
We're
Play
going to just
Yahtzee.
sit down and play Yahtzee right here on the stage. I've got an idea.
ladders, yeah.
I've got an idea. That's Overcooked. Overcooked is a brilliant game. No, we're not going to play Overcooked up here. We're going to play.
We've done Until Dawn before in the group setting.
Yes, we're going to play
Yes, that's gonna
Detroit
say.
Become Human.
Oh, you're gonna play Detroit. Sick. Setsuna Say puts it well. He says in Little Big
Please
Planet, your
welcome
template is Little
Guillaume
Big
from
Planet,
Quantic Dream.
and in Dreams, your template is fucking nothing. I hope this is a new demo. Like, I don't want this to be the well, either of the two we've already seen. Is your mental health all right? Everyone else who's watching these is losing their minds. Because everyone else thought it was going to be... Because nobody did their research, and everyone thought it was going to be like PSX like previous years. That's all. I can't even blame them. I can't even blame them, because why would you expect anything different, right? But, like, you know, they warned you. They warned us. So, no, I'm not losing my mind. This is what I expected. So.
A lot of people.
A lot of people here. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. We got the idea from the very first PlayStation experience, by the way, where we fired up Until Dawn. Great game. I'm sure you guys are fans of it. And had everyone cheer and hoot and
Yeah,
holler
I remember
decide,
that.
to decide what
PSX.
actions we should take. But before we do that, we'll do that in just a minute. Guillaume, I wanted to ask, what inspired Detroit Become Human?
Well, as you know, in 2011 we started to work on a tech demo called Kara.
Oh yeah.
And this Android that is getting built, and when it released in 2012, we showed it as a prototype. Everyone was asking us, what happens to Kara when she goes out into the world? And so David Cage and the team started to work on, what happens when she comes out. And so we imagined this world in about 20 years when human-like androids are really commonplace. So they're everywhere. They've taken on actually most jobs of humans. And although they look and speak and behave like human beings, they're only machines. They're really at the service of humans. And so in the game, you're going to play as 3 of these androids.
How fucking cruel of him to say they're
Kara,
only
of course,
machines.
Connor and Marcus.
This guy's got to play Nier Automata.
They're each very different models. They have their own backstory. They have their own place in society. And as the player, you will have to make critical decisions that is going to impact their fate. So you're really going to be in control of
Thoughts on Tiny Metal? Oh yeah, I saw the Yoko Taro video the other day. I had played it before, and it was really good when I played it. I'm not like huge into Advance Wars, but it looks good.
This weekend
So.
at PlayStation Experience. But I don't want to wait. Why
If
wait,
I could get
right?
4 more seasons
I
of
want
D4
it all. I'm gonna
or
put my
undo the
presents right
cancellation
now.
of
So
Scalebound, what would I
Guillaume,
pick?
Take your
Fuck, that's a
position,
tough
please.
one, man.
Guillaume will be playing on PS4 Pro.
Oh, I don't
and
know.
Here's
Probably
what's gonna happen is
Scalebound,
all
but
you early
both
bird
of them are
ticket
so
holders
good.
out there, you're going to help Guillaume make decisions in this game, and you're going to do that by making noise, right?
I don't hear you well, so please. So a little bit of context. We're playing this hostage scene, which is the very first scene in the game. We're playing as Connor.
Oh,
Connor is a
I think we've seen
prototype.
this. I think this is the first scene
He's
we
been
saw,
built to
unfortunately.
investigate deviant androids. Androids that all of a sudden do something weird. And so we're going into this hostage scene where the house android has taken a little girl hostage. And we're going to try and save the girl.
I hope the crowd makes it end disastrously, so we can at least see a different outcome.
X for Sean, no?
I still think that animation's so good. Say what you will about Quantic Dream, but technically they're fucking masters.
Okay, now I'm in control of the character. I can really move him around the way I want.
God, look at
With
them
the,
fucking graphics.
Left analog stick. With the right analog stick, I can interact. So Connor is very intelligent. Shall I save the fish or not? Oh, too late, too late. There's no sound.
An android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. You. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Yes, save the fish. Look, this is new footage. We haven't seen this before. There was an eat fish
Remember
option.
that every action has a consequence.
Does that have a consequence? I wonder. Ending K, yeah.
So at
How'd
any
you
moment
recruit
you
that?
can hold R2 and you enter what we call the mind
Oh wow,
palace of the character.
that's
Shows
really
you your
impressive
objectives.
effect. Actually, it looks really good. The way the camera pulls out and everything.
My men are ready to step in. Just give the order.
That fish will help you later in a boss battle. I hope
here,
so.
for instance, I can see that I can talk to Captain Allen.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves.
Oh wow, his visor! Look at his visor, the soldier on the right. I don't know if you get to see it again. Look at that, how it's got that triangular patterning along the glass.
Okay, quick.
That's
so
really nice.
I can ask him about the deviant's name,
It's
emotional shock.
fucking graphics in Quantum Dream games, man. I can't deal. They're too good at graphics.
I haven't got a clue. Does it matter?
I need information to determine the best approach. Have you tried its deactivation codes?
The first thing we tried. Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Okay. Don't know if we said the right thing here, but okay. So, as Connor, the investigator, I have special abilities. One of his abilities of Connor is that he can analyze evidence.
Zoom, enhance, zoom, enhance.
And if you find all the evidence, you can then put them together. And you enter into the reconstruct mode. So you can basically reconstruct what has happened in a recent past. So here, for instance, you can see that someone has taken this.
While this scenario they're demonstrating here is really
here,
basic, that's a fun idea,
deviant took the
and their
father's
execution
son.
looks really nice.
Okay, so we have unlocked something here, apparently, that we may use later in the game. So I'm going to further investigate this apartment, which is actually fairly large. So here, sorry, up.
Oops.
So there's really nothing you have to do. So back here. Okay, now we know the deviant's name is Daniel. Maybe something that we can use later on.
The way the UI is incorporated into different like unique shots and how it floats in the air, not just so there's that one which is pretty standard, it just follows your character around. But previously, like when it was showing you that you got evidence like Daniel's name, that seems to be like shot specific setups, which is kind of cool.
Yellow flags. That's an indication of everything that's interactive in the scene. So let's take a look at this person here. I have a bad controller that we know now. Okay, and now I can reconstruct and try to understand what happened with him. It's really part of the gameplay to also play with the camera. Try to find clues.
This is kind of creepy, Guillaume.
Oh, he didn't say he has a bad controller. He says he is a bad controller. He's a French. He is French speaking. That's actually something I've heard people in Quebec say, who are primarily French speaking. It's a second language thing. He's not blaming it on the controller. He said he was a bad controller.
Okay, now we understand probably what happened. Deviant was going to be replaced, didn't like it. Oops. All right, so that is a soft reminder.
Man, the
that
depth of
time
field
is
is
of the essence.
really nice in this game too. That's like seriously the main reason I want to play it, is just fucking staring at the visuals.
Here again, I can reconstruct the events, try to understand what happened. I can turn the camera. And now I found a weapon. Should I take the weapon?
While I do wish they showed off a new scenario and not like one of the two we've already seen, it is kind of nice to see a scenario actually
so
play
now
out versus the
probability
like
of
supercut
success.
trailer.
Let's go.
You get a bit more of a feel for the pacing.
Okay, now we need to be quick.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump.
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor. How do you know my name? I know a lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this.
Ooh, I need to approach slowly. So,
Jason!
But you need to trust me. Let me help you. I don't want your help. Nobody can help me.
Shall we hop the cup?
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die.
All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now?
I'm going to apply a tourniquet.
Don't touch him! Touch him and I kill you!
What should I do?
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, they went for obey. I wish they would have went for ignore.
Truth or lie?
I don't have a gun.
You're lying! I know you have a gun!
I'm telling you the truth, Daniel. I came here unarmed.
Okay, so now we can use what we've unlocked. Quick.
I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but
Oh,
she's done
the water
nothing
ripples in the
wrong.
pool. Damn.
It's good.
I thought she loved me.
God, the pool looks amazing.
She's just like all the other humans.
What should I do? Quick.
They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what happened, right?
I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered. But I was just their toy. Something you throw away when you're done with it.
What should I do? Quick.
Listen, I know it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software.
No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I love them, you know? But I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered around.
should I do?
I'm your last chance, Daniel. If you let it slip, they'll kill you. Let the hostage go. You have no other choice. I want everyone to leave. And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Quick, show you.
Exposed your lie. Everyone's screaming execute.
I knew you would say that.
God, what's the main character's name? Is it Connor or whatever? Fuck, like the speed at which he aimed and shot the gun was actually, that was a pretty sick animation, I gotta say.
Nice job. Nice job. Well done.
Caldrion says,
You guys should
memes
be
aside,
very
this
proud
game
you
makes
saved the
Telltale
fish.
look like
Gotta
amateurs.
save that fish.
Yeah, man.
That was incredible.
I wish Telltale could like
And I'll tell you, I played that 2 or 3 different times.
get their
I
stuff
didn't even know you
looking
could
good.
do that. I would always talk them out of it, or I mean, how many ways are there to solve that situation?
There are many ways, but more than the different endings. And
See, like, I wish they were able to do something like this for Dreams in God of War. Because, like, even though it was Detroit, it was still, like, even though it was stuff we already knew about, and a scene we already knew the scenario of, like, it was still kind of engaging to follow along, at least, compared to fucking Cory Barlog, who had nothing to say.
To make decisive decisions that are going to impact each of the characters' fate and totally change the story. And it's really our most ambitious project. It's the most branching.
I really hope
that we've ever
the
created.
narrative's, like, better.
And
Heavy Rain's close, it just
also
has
the most,
fucking stupid shit.
incredible game that we've created because
David Cage is not the only writer on this game. He has a team this time,
are, you know,
so hopefully
socially
that
relevant.
helps.
And we think that we're going to touch players on an emotional level and give them the opportunity to experience something really, really different.
Well, you touched me on an emotional level, I can tell you that right now. What about you guys down there?
Yep.
I want the lady in the middle to say, actually, we recreated this level in Dreams. We're going to play that right now. And it looks exactly the fucking same.
Says 2000,
But he does a Psycho Crusher through the android's head.
Yeah, slightly more. There's a lot more, probably.
As you can see, Dreams is the superior game. Dreams is the master game. We've created our own PSX show in Dreams, and then Dreams has its own super hype PSX announcement where they announce a bunch of cool new PlayStation games. Everyone gets kicked off the stage, and she takes over. Dreams assumes direct control of the conference and our lives.
7? Seriously, I'm 5 years, less than 5 years.
We'll be
I worked
thinking
for
about
extra
the
2
game.
years,
We're
too.
thinking about the game for 3 years, then we start developing.
There you go.
Man, it would have been a sick way to show off Dreams if they would have like demoed a game and then showed like a Dreams facsimile of it that kind of gets different in its own way at some
I would
point.
take an additional 2 to 3 years.
Do I have more time?
No, I'm just kidding. 2 years is fine.
Great
Yeah,
job,
we finished
everybody.
Death
We saved
Stranding
the
in
hostage.
Dreams.
That was Detroit Become Human.
We're gonna
Play it
reveal the secrets
this
now.
weekend.
And you
Play
saved
that.
the fish.
Get a totally different experience. Who knows? That is coming out next year, right? Next year on PS4?
It is coming out next year in spring.
I am buying that.
We made our own scale bound in Dreams.
Oh.
Spring, huh? Okay.
Guillaume, you just laid it right out there.
Exclusive.
Finally coming.
Okay.
It's been a
well,
minute
very
since
cool,
that was
very
announced.
Cool. Good
So
stuff so far. But I gotta say, who wants to see some trailers? You want to see some new game trailers?
sure.
All right. Let's see some new game trailers. Roll it.
Annapurna. Their logo is pretty nice.
So what is this? Like, hole simulator?
It's kinda cool. You put trash in the hole and it gets bigger.
You know what would be cool? If it actually ran at 60 frames per second.
Dude, it does. Look at the screen.
Does it have a platinum trophy?
I don't know. I just started.
So, like, what's the point of the game?
There's puzzles. If you collect the kiln, the hole catches on fire.
Oh, sick. This game has Updog, right?
What's Updog? What's Updog? Seriously, what's Updog?
This actually looks pretty cool, I gotta say. The tone of the writing really works for it. Without the script, I don't think I'd have been quite as enamored. Donut County. Oh, I feel like I've seen that name somewhere before, but I've never seen the game. I never knew at all what it was about. That looks pretty cool, actually. The script was really fun, definitely. Tigertron. The VR title. Oh, it says in the top corner PSVR mode included, so this probably supports regular gameplay as well. Music's really nice. Okay, but it's not actually Echo the Dolphin, is it? Jupiter and Mars are fucking good names for them, though. Okay, but that's actually pretty tight. Tantalus working on that, huh? I don't know, I think that's actually pretty tight. Also, what a name, Jupiter and Mars, that's so strong. I'm actually super down for that dolphin game. They best be showing some new characters. You know, I say that, but I haven't even really been keeping track of who they've been announcing. New gameplay, though, at least, so. Did this get a release date yet? I don't remember.
Hang on just a minute.
That was a bit of a retread of earlier trailers, even though it was new footage, I think, so. Like, there was more footage in the middle. It's gonna be Ni no Kuni, Tekken, Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur. Show me some characters.
Next time, fight like you mean it!
I am ready to fight you.
God, it looks so good. Soul Calibur 5 was beautiful, but this is actually a big step up. And Soul Calibur 5 was one of those games I looked at and I was like, man, what a fucking peak for the series. And here we are. But sometimes you look at a new game and you're like, yeah, this could look a lot better. But Soul Calibur 5 just really got me. Something about its aesthetic I just really love. really hope they show some new characters yet. Because like if it's just these two and a little quick exhibition clip show, like that's cool and all. And I'll watch this trailer in 4K if they provide it for nice bit rate. What I want to see. I want to see new shit.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
Oh, I like the new generation characters in Soul Cal 5, yeah, Jammy. Ah, bummer. No new stuff. Monster Hunter's coming out soon, man. January? And the beta, I think, starts tomorrow. Just because I know someone's going to ask, I'm not going to be streaming the beta.
Then that means the Elder Crossing is upon us again.
Quite a sight. Just wait till we're finished. Soon, I hope. The Second Fleet always delivers.
That's a big bitch.
This whole operation rides on how well we do that. We can do this.
I'm keen to play through the story mode.
It's an ecological
I'm not like huge into Monster Hunter
one that easily
compared to other
any I have
hunting
ever
games.
seen.
But the scope and scale of this one's really dramatically different, so I'm interested to try again, getting into Monster Hunter.
Though we have learned much, what we have are mere facts, and not a single clue to what truth they add up to.
Use everything at your disposal. I want eyes everywhere.
Like, yeah, the game looks fucking good. Straight up. If it were more in line with, like, where we're at with Monster Hunter Double Cross and stuff, I wouldn't be interested to play it. But the game being as big an improvement as it is in so many ways, I'm, like, super down to try again.
If you two feel so compelled, then we will cross paths again. At the end of all this.
What have we learned?
That was a real nice trailer, gotta say. Get your Mega Man feline. The cute shader on him. That was really cute, the drinking animation there. He actually looks really good. I really dig that. Like, there's something about how imperfect it looks that makes it look really charming.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andrew House and Mark Cerny.
Knack 3, baby. Knack 3, baby. Andrew House still confirmed not dead. I swear if they come out and they just talk about Knack 2, like they did with Horizon.
Wow, a lot of people.
Because that was some Knack music, wasn't it?
Yep.
I'm not mistaken, right? Or was that Uncharted music? I can't tell the difference sometimes. I think it was Knack.
You've been at the heart of PlayStation for
Announced Knack VR.
20 years now, and you've been planning a change for the last few months. Is there a little you can tell everyone about that?
Sure. You know, in essence, I have...
That was Knack. Okay,
been
thank
with
you for
PlayStation since
validating
the
that.
start, and I've been through some good times and some not so good times. And I think right now the business is probably in the best shape, our platform, our games, than I've ever seen it. And thank you. I hope you guys agree.
A German spy in the chat says they might just be here to announce Andrew House's untimely demise.
And with that, and having finally achieved the creation of Sony Interactive Entertainment, bringing all of our company together.
I can now end it.
And then on top of that, having been with the same company for 27 years, 14 of those years working in Japan, it just felt like the right time to hand a great thing to the next generation, and for me to just go and find one more adventure.
So yeah, the tribute at the Game Awards last night was...
Yeah, I wonder if he's just retiring or where he's going to go to after this.
And so tonight we have a special guest who also wants to celebrate your impact on gaming. But
is it Hideo Kojima?
Let's roll video.
Is it Mr. Kojima?
Once there was an explosion.
Are they going to replay the trailer? Because I will watch it.
In space. Once there was an explosion.
I think it's going to be the same trailer.
Spinning in that space.
But it's still good. God, wouldn't it be amazing if we got to see some sort of gameplay today?
Which gave rise to life as we know it.
So there is indeed foliage here. Someone did correct me on that. One of those explosions, I think, is probably the atom bomb. That set the explosion that sent the world spinning. Hideo Kojima comes out and says, this entire game and trailer was made in dreams. Odd Slater says I don't want to watch it again because I already watched twice today. You are fucking right. I watched it like 3 times today as well. Oh look, he's got a dream catcher on his rig there. That's the dream catcher that gets like launched about later in the water. I did not notice that it was attached to his rig. Every time I watch this, there's something new that pops out. It's so dense.
They're here. I can't get you out.
It's like poetry, it rhymes, yeah.
Sam! Shut up. Don't even breathe.
I really like how they cover their mouths. Like, that's how seriously they take it. Like, I feel like a lesser portrayal, they would just go like, you know, like in a Hollywood movie, they would just kind of be quiet, don't cover the actor's face. But like, that full-on desperation. I think that's one of the things about the tone I really like when he's stabbing himself in the air later. Spoilers. Trailer spoilers. Like, just how desperate they are gets conveyed so well. Oh, for some... Someone noted that if you pause it on the right frame, you can see that like the arms that are popping out are accompanied by heads as well. And one of the heads that's on his right-hand side looks like Hideo Kojima's head, because you can make out his glasses. And when you look at the frame next to a picture of Kojima, you're like, yeah, that's modeled after Kojima. is pretty funny. Also, when the lightning flashes there, I noticed earlier, you can see he has a baby capsule on him as well. Whoever that is, if that's Mad's character or someone else, he also has a baby capsule. Whether that means there's more than one baby or whether that means there are empty capsules, I don't know. Oh, that head, that was the one actually. Sorry, not the ones with Yuri, it was that one by his leg. I wasn't the one who actually found that at all. Someone on Reddit found that, and I was like, shit. I really hope that by the end of the game, you realize there's just like 20 babies, and they're all super tough, and you end up playing as Norman's baby, and it ends up with just a big baby fist fight. Like the end of MGS4, but you're playing as a bunch of babies in a room. God, that's so brutal when he does himself in there. I love how the baby moves in the capsule. Like, it makes such fast, sudden movements when it's got to go somewhere. Like when it pushes itself up against the glass. Yeah, Moses St. My Burrito asks, are those wristbands going to be health indicators in the game? While they clearly indicate the person's physical health, who knows if they'll actually be the specific health indicator. They might also have an accompanying UI element, because it might be tricky to see at certain angles, you know? But I imagine they'll show the right color, depending on your life. To put that detail in the trailer like this and then remove it would be weird, so... Yeah, the detector things are totally hooked up to the babies somehow, I think. There's that dream catcher. Looks like poetry, it rhymes. Yeah, I saw how there's like some sort of strand coming out from behind the giant. Whether that's coming from something else or not, I don't know. Such an entertaining trailer. Whether it's a good trailer to represent a game, I don't know, but it's entertaining. I like watching it. His costume looks like a lot like Ludin's costume, or Ludin's suit, which I was eyeballing earlier today, and there's some like notable similarities between it and Ludin's. Like, it looks like it's missing, like, another layer on top of it. But some aspects of it are starting to look similar to Ludin's suit.
Once there was an explosion.
Like the metal plate that goes all over his chest and down over his crotch. Ludin's has a very similar kind of thing on.
And then...
Yeah, this shot's still amazing. I wonder if, because they talked about how it'll be open world and it's not going to have a regular game structure. I wonder if there's going to be multiple endings and you have to like try to find the good ending or something. And it makes me wonder if like that scene with the 5 guys floating in the air and that same scene with the 5 guys floating in the air from the first trailer, if those are like bad endings. Because the notion that Norman handles the baby, it sees the 5 guys and then like cries. The notion that they would do that like twice in a linear story is a little odd because it's a very, very similar scene. So it makes me wonder if maybe that's like a lost condition. I don't know, just a thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hideo Kojima.
You know, maybe when those guys show up, you know you're done. Look, he's got his little thing on. Again, I don't know. Just a thought. Does he have a baby in his stomach too? Is that how the detector's on?
So that
Microphone didn't
trailer
like
is
that.
a little strange, but the strangest thing is that after you played the game for 4 or 5 hours, all of that starts to make sense.
Huh.
Really?
After you play the game for 4 or 5 hours, huh?
So, Andy, I know you and Kojima-san have.
I'm sure it
a long
does.
history together. How did you meet?
The plot devices are just so abstract that you really just need the explanation to piece it together. But I'm sure it does piece together
I
nicely.
was hosting an event, and I got a call on my cell phone saying Kojima-san's code has just been stolen by a fan from the booth, and you have to go tell him. So went out into the night. We had tracked him down to a restaurant, and we called him outside, and on the sidewalk in LA told him that his precious code had been stolen, and we had no idea where it was. And I remember the looks on people's faces as some short guy was bowing deeply on the sidewalk in LA to apologize for what had just happened. Anyway, the relationship could only go in one direction from there, which is obviously up. So I'm pleased to say. Ne?
That's a good story.
ご飯を食べてて、テラスみたいなところで食べてて、平井さんもいましたけど、アンジーさんがなぜかこう近づいてきて、こうご飯を食べてた。
Yeah, we were eating
その事
together.
実を聞かされて、でアンジーさんがずっと謝ってたんで。
We were eating at terrace, and for no reason, for no apparent reason, Andy comes out of nowhere and approaches, and then he tells the news, and he starts to apologize deeply. I remember that.
And Kojima-san's face just went white as a sheet. I've never felt so bad in my life.
でも忘れられないですよね。はい。
まさに。
その前からアンディさんとは結構会議とか、会ってましたけど、あの時がこうなんていうんですか、こうすごく近くに感じた時、そうです。
It's hard to forget that. I mean, before that, I've been with Andy meetings and whatnot, but that was the first time that I really remember, closing the distance with Andy.
So, Death Stranding. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came together?
ですね。先ほどトレーラー出てましたけど、あれは実機で動いてます。プレイステーションプロで 4K です。はい。
So you just saw the trailer. That is all working in real time in a PlayStation 4 Pro.
で後半ノーマンがこう水中みたいなとこ漂ってて自分の中に入ってきますよね。あそこはプレイヤブルです。
And also in the latter half of the trailer, you see Norman in like water, kind of swimming, going to his own body. That's playable.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, show it.
So how did Death Stranding
Please?
come together?
Right, he didn't answer the question at all.
We can skip that. So maybe the world knows. So what are some of your favorite memories together?
食事を一緒によくしてます。ずっと前から。
We often go and grab lunch or dinner together.
で大体仕事の話は我々しませんので。
One time we fucked.
And we barely ever talk about work.
大体70年代、80年代の、テレビドラマ、これは主にアメリカ、ヨーロッパとか、そういうのをすごく。
We mainly talk about 70s, 80s TV shows, mainly American or European TV shows.
Okay, so Kojima-san is being very modest here, because he will take on pop culture trivia in the US and Japan, 70s, 80s, and he will kick your ass. He's just an encyclopedia. I would also add that I think the most fun time most recently was sort of building a different...
Yo, I'll just watch an hour of this.
And seeing at first hand the sort of rebirth of Kojima Productions, and having Sony be part of that has just been really, really phenomenal from my point of view.
まあ独立するときにですね、まあいろんなところからオファーがありました。
So when I became independent, I was fortunate enough to receive offers from many different people.
で、まあいろんなところあったんですけども、やっぱり自由にものづくりがしたいので、僕のことを理解してくれているところとやりたいなというのはずっとありました。
So I had this many offers, but I wanted to keep my freedom to create exactly what I wanted. So I wanted to work with someone that understood me.
で、アンディさんにお会いして、こんなものを作りたいんだよとっていう相談をしました。
And well, I met with Andy, and I told him, you know, this is kind of what I want to do.
普通は
This really adds a lot of context to Death Stranding, because I know a lot of people were just like, oh, Sony got to him first. But like, no, they clearly had a really good relationship beforehand.
So
like really, really good.
What you do after this point is you go into executive meetings and you do a pitch of this is kind of the expected revenue, this is exactly what I'm planning, and what kind of target audience I have. That's what would normally happen.
で、その時アンディさんに2、3分内容を口頭で言っただけなのに OK っていうので
So I remember at that point I just told Andy maybe 2-3 minutes about what I wanted to do and just told him I didn't have any document and he just said yeah OK
で、最初の作品なんでやっぱりアンディさんね、だいぶ付き合いも長いですし、信頼関係もあるのでそれで今回のデス・ストランディングができたと。アンディさんがいなければこれはなかった、生まれなかったものです。この赤ちゃんも生まれなかった。
And it would be the first work of Kojima Productions in the independent, so it was very important for me. And well, it was all because of Andy. Without Andy, none of this would have been possible. None of this, what you saw, would have been created. None of the baby giving the thumbs up would have been possible.
I think maybe a shout out to Herman and Guerrilla Games for Decima. Is in order. That was really it for questions. Any final thoughts? We've run. I know it's.
Show gameplay. Show the gameplay. Show the.
ちょっといいですか？で、アンディさん。
I really don't know that they will. I'm telling myself in my heart that they won't.
So, well,
because then I can't be disappointed.
Last year, I think it was in January.
で、企画は考えてたんですけども、テクノロジーが全くないので、エンジンもツールもないので、その時は事務所もなかったです。
I already had a good idea of what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the technology with me. I didn't have, you know, I didn't even have an office at that time.
で、その時、友達のマークさんを思い出して、マークさんに相談しました。
So also thought of Mark and discussed with Mark.
で、マークさんと1月世界中のスタジオを回って、そこでヘルマンさんと出会って、今の手島エンジンがあると。
And well, went on a tour through all the studios in the world with Mark, and at that point I met with Herman, and well, that's what led to today.
これもよくいろんなところで喋ってますけども、いろんなスタジオを回ってプレゼンテーションを受けました。エンジンはこうだよとか、ツールはこうですよとかっていうのを受けました。
This is something I often mention, but in that tour I went through different studios, and I got a presentation of what kind of engine each studio was using, what were the characteristics of each one.
もう僕らもう何もなかったんで、その時4人ぐらいで仮事務所だったんですけども、すごく皆さん優しくしていただきました。
At that point I had nothing. I think we were 4 people in total at a very small rented office space, but everyone was really, really kind with us.
で、ゲリラの皆さんはプレゼンテーション終わって、で、帰ろうとした時に一つの箱をくれたんですね。
And well, Guerrilla made their presentation showing us their engine, and when we were about to leave, they just gave us a small wooden box.
で、箱を開けると、そこにゲリラのエンジンのソースコードが全部入ったものが入ってたと。
And well, when we opened the box, there was the whole source code of Guerrilla's engine.
で、契約書も何も交わしてません。とにかく小島さんこれ持って帰ってくれと言われて、もうそこでもう泣きそうになって、もうこことゲームを作りたいってその時思いました。マークさんも同席されてたと思いますけど、はい。
it should be noted that at this point we had no contract, nothing, no boundaries, and they were just like, yeah, go ahead, please use our engine. This almost brought me down to tears, and at that point I made a decision, okay, this is the people I want to work with. This is also in part thanks to Mark.
デス・ストランディングっていうゲームの、テーマは、つながりなんですよね、ストランドというか。
The theme of this, the theme of Death Stranding is connections, strands.
最初にアンディさんとソニーさんとのつながりがあって、マークさんとのつながりがあって、ヘルマンさんのつながりがあって、皆さんとのつながりがあって、今ここにデス・ストランディングが紹介できるっていうのは非常に嬉しく思います。ありがとうございます。
It started with a connection with me and Andy that led to a connection with Mark, and that led to a connection with Herman and Guerrilla Games, and that led to a connection with all the people in here, and that all those connections led to having Death Stranding here today. So I want to thank everyone for this.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, I guess that's as close as we're getting to Death Stranding tonight.
Fun night, huh? You know, just get some old friends together. You know,
I wish they'd show the couch and Kojima's gone.
Getting to be holiday time.
Like he vanished.
Time with friends and family, you know, and I count a lot of you among that. I mean, it's seriously, it's like a game development super group is stacked up on here, just one huge name after another. Thank you so much for all of you.
We could start a musical act together. This would be wonderful.
There's still like two seats left over there.
What kind of game would we make if we made a game together?
Oh God, please don't.
Death Stranding in dreams.
I'm just stealing my ideas out here.
And I still would not understand it.
There would be a story.
Yes, indeed, there'd be a great story.
That you'll understand at the very end.
It would come in under budget. And,
well under budget.
Well,
I'm sure.
And early, like all those things, all the things that happen.
That seriously is in your dreams.
Anyway,
this is actually what I wanted, so hey.
It's just such a special time, and we have an incredible weekend lined up for everybody here. We've got all those big panels I was talking about earlier. Naughty Dog's bringing it, Sucker Punch is bringing it, Media Molecule's bringing it, and of course, tons and tons and tons of playable PS4 and PSVR titles. Lots of stuff to play. I mean, Far Cry 5's at the top of my list. You're going to be able to play Firewall Zero Hour. That's the new PlayStation VR game we announced earlier. Shadow of the Colossus, seriously, it's the third time I've said it, I know. Absolutely gorgeous. It's going to make your eyes pop out of your head. And then don't forget, we've got Capcom Cup on Sunday as well. Cup. That's going to be a lot of fun, too. That's going to be right here. I truly think it is our biggest PlayStation experience yet, and I hope you all agree when you get out there on the show floor tomorrow. Before we wrap up, though, Sean, there's been something I've been meaning to mention to you.
Way down here, all by myself on the stage.
Way down there. That's right. That's right. There's this this thing with this shirt. You know, I see it kind of.
Yeah, what's the shirt he wearing?
What's the deal with that? Can we get a look?
So we kind of, this kind of tradition sort of happened by accident, and that I would wear a shirt.
I like how he's
PSX, which would give an indication
intentionally not unzipping right now.
There was the infamous Crash Bandicoot T-shirt experience, but it led our friends and partners at Activision to bring out Crash Bandicoot again, which is one of the biggest, one of our most successful titles this year. We've done that with Ratchet.
Gosh, what is it? A white circle.
With Wipeout, and then we have Wipeout VR coming.
What's below that white circle?
And so this year's shirt. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, I don't exactly recognize it.
Oh, it's medieval. It's medieval.
Can you tell it? What is that? Anyone know what that is?
It says Sir Dan. So I've been getting a lot of feedback about the title Medieval. It's a really important title in my personal journey, in my career. We worked on that when I moved to London. We would like to bring it back on PlayStation 4. We think Sir Daniel needs.
I assume it's just the old games, or is it going to be a new one?
Thank everyone for sending their suggestions to me. Serendipitously, I'd already had this one baking in the oven, and then I saw all the pressure coming in, so I thought this was a great time to bring it out and to talk about it.
Should we roll the video?
You guys want to see a video?
I wouldn't even mind just the old games because I haven't played them, honestly, so...
Well, he's back. Finally, you can prove yourself as warrior.
From Software. Christ, could you imagine? I don't think we're gonna get much of a... Okay, so... Full remaster of the first game. Okay. Okay, fair enough.
Alright. There you go. Medieval's coming to PS4. That's awesome.
One more thing. This shirt will also be available in the PS Store. For the
Like, yeah, I agree that I would be surprised if it wasn't the old games. Like, if it was a new one, that would be fucking nuts, though.
The shirt will go to Able Gamers. So, please, everybody, grab one of these shirts over the next 2 days.
Fantastic stuff. So, hey, I want to thank all of our panelists. Thanks to all of you. It's been an honor. This is an incredible bunch. You guys have been great. We have an incredible weekend planned for all of you. Coming up next is Greg Miller with Kinda Funny. We're going to take a very short intermission, but we're just getting started, so stay with us.
Be sure to stick around.
Okie doke. And we're out. I'll wait out this outro sizzle reel or whatever. Would have liked to see Ghost of Tsushima. So yeah, I mean, that was that. It was alright. I mean, again, alright in the context of, like, they told us it was gonna be this, you know? They told us it wasn't gonna be a big press show. If you were expecting a big press show, I can't imagine you are anything but extremely disappointed right now. And I cannot blame you for that. In the context of knowing what it was alright. There were aspects I liked. There were bits that I thought were just bad, though. Like, Cory Barlog just had nothing... He just had nothing to say. Like, he talked about the playtime of the game and how they're working hard and how they're working hard. It's like, alright. You know, the Kojima bits were good. It was entertaining to listen to them prattle on, even though it wasn't anything particularly new. The demo for Detroit was alright. Dreams is still cool. Wipeout VR, Jupiter and Mars, those look fucking tight. I'm down for that. I'm definitely going to play that Last Guardian VR thing as well. Probably not stream it, I'll just, you know, play it on my own or something. But that's obviously not like a full game or anything like that. I'm just gonna close out the stream real quick. Yeah, there we go. So, I mean, you know, it was what it was. It wasn't meant to be a big show, and it wasn't. Is it better or worse with the knowledge of the announcements yesterday? I wish they would have capitalized on yesterday's show to make this one more interesting. So, for example, if they had, you know, when they brought on Soul Calibur 6 here and they showed off new footage, if they would have had, you know, those developers come on and talk about the game a little bit, maybe show off some new stuff and kind of build on that announcement from yesterday. You know, if Kojima would have come out and they could have built on yesterday's announcement with information that's directly related to what we just saw. So I think there would have been better ways to make this show play better after the Game Awards, bearing in mind it was always going to be this kind of show. So, you know, yeah. How disappointed are you at the lack of Knack 3 VR 4K edition? Deeply. Next year, hopefully. Next year. Next year for sure. So, you know, yeah. Yeah, I wish they would have shown Ghost of Tsushima. even with my like lowered expectations, I was expecting to see Ghost of Tsushima, and that's a bummer. I was hoping for that one. So yeah, are Knack and Troll and I the biggest memes of Rising Superstream? Maybe, I don't know. It's not up to me to decide the memes. Thoughts on Mega Man collab with Monster Hunter World? Yo, that feline outfit, I think Palicos, is that what they're called? That outfit is tight. I think it's really nice, actually. So, thoughts on Battle Angel Alita eyeballs. Yeah, they look weird. They look weird, fuck. They distract me. Yeah, so it was, you know, it was what it was. That's it. I don't really, yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel like there's much to build on. I guess I can check and see if there's any interesting press releases that may have come out accompanying any of these things. But I really don't know. Donut County looked really good as well, the whole game. And yeah, that Monster Hunter trailer was fucking something. Tell you what. That was just a real quality trailer. Doesn't look like anything else really got announced. I've seen a lot of people saying the first Medieval games were shit or bad or whatever. Not to sound presumptuous, but I really don't think that when they remaster them, they're not going to improve the quality if that was like a noted aspect of them that needs fixing, you know. I imagine it'll be changed to be gooder. Could you imagine it had been made by like From Software or something? That'd have been fucking nuts. If it's made up to similar quality standards as the Crash Bandicoot collection, then that'll be really nice. Although, if it is bad or mediocre, I wouldn't want it to be quite so faithful, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to be streaming after this. Sorry, Metroidzard. Last night, of course, I went to bed at like 4 in the morning, so it's been kind of a brutal day, just staying up. I actually, like, I rarely have naps, but I had a nap today, because I had to, because I fucking fell asleep. I was watching The National. I was just catching up on the news, and I fucking fell asleep. I love The National. It's a good-ass show. I fucking fell asleep, man. I got to go to bed. Yeah. I'll probably have a new stream schedule up in January, finally. Apologies for all the delays on that. It's been a rough past few weeks and month. Not emotionally or anything, but just terms of workload and stuff. So I've been really, really busy on other stuff. And of course with Christmas and holidays, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That was, Yeah, The National with Ian Hannamansing. That's correct, Metroidzard. You would know. You're from Canada. So, yeah. Yeah, man. It was alright. It was just what it was. Like, whatever. If they hadn't prepped me and had said, like, this is going to be or if they hadn't said anything, and I had come in not knowing what it was going to be, then yeah, I would be fucking disappointed as fuck right now. So, why aren't you at PSX? Don't you always go? It was really actually a money thing this year. But in the end, the timing wasn't good either, because there was just a bunch of shit that coalesced for me, like, right around PSX. So, in the end, it was probably better that I didn't. Plus, I got to stream the Game Awards, which was actually, like, super worthwhile this year, so. Yeah, German Spy, I got you. I'll follow up. Yeah. Thank God we got a kick-ass Game Awards last night to kind of make up for this. Like, I'm still pleased with some of the announcements, you know, like, I still like the VR games they showed off, you know, the Wipeout game, the first-person shooter at the beginning, Jupiter and Mars. Jupiter and Mars, I'm not. That game actually looks fucking tight. I'm super down for Jupiter and Mars. And whatever the Last Guardian experience thing, whatever little thing that is. You know, those all looked good, and it's cool that Medieval's coming back, I guess. I'm not, like, particularly a big fan, but I'll check it out. What was the other new thing? There was another thing, wasn't there? I'm not crazy. Maybe I am crazy. Maybe that was it. Like, the announcements weren't bad. There was just so few of them, you know, so. Yeah, I think that was it. I think those were all the announcements. Donut County coming to PS4 was the only other meaningful thing. And that Donut County looks good, but that wasn't that wasn't newly announced today. That was an existing game before, I think. So yeah, Donut County was new. Like the PS4 announcement is new, but I'm pretty sure that's been known publicly for a while, I guess. So yeah, but it looks good. I had no idea about the tone of that. Like I wasn't interested in that game at all, and I think that trailer actually just nailed me. So no more conferences this weekend. Yeah, there might be some announcements that come out because that's usually just what happens at these shows. But no, that was it. So Capcom. Oh, that water went down the wrong pipe. Just cough it out. I'm good. Capcom Cup still this weekend though, and that will surely be a good time as always. Actually, I would not be surprised if, as usual, they announce some neat thing at Capcom Cup because they usually do. So, yeah, I mean they'll just be looking at SF5 Arcade Edition. So, yeah, you know. Anyhow, again, you know, if we hadn't had the Kick-Ass Game Awards yesterday, I would be disappointed that we just had nothing this week. So. Thank God for that. God, I really hope they can make the Game Awards as good next year as they did this year. Cause shit, man. Yeah, am I excited for Marvel? I'll probably tune in and watch it. I haven't really been following Marvel Infinite at all, so yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna be off for the night. Tomorrow, I have a few things tomorrow. Gonna go see The Disaster Artist, and Wooly has a belated birthday party, so I'm a little busy tomorrow. But I might try streaming Zelda in the morning, maybe. Not 100% sure yet. Oh my God, this Sharpie is leaking. Oh fuck. God, fuck. I have to go wash my hands for an hour. I might try to play Zelda tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, so I want to continue Zelda. Earlier today, I was like, yo, I should play that DLC, and I was like, wait, no, I'm doing an LP. Gotta do it. So yeah. Anyhow, have a good evening, dudes. Take care of yourself. Sleep tight. I am legit going to bed now because I stayed up till 4, so I'm gone. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye, guys. Later. Well, I can say dudes. No, I don't mean like Max. Max doesn't own that word. Max, you don't own the word dudes. Fuck. I love you, Max.